In the Womb of the Night, Part 1, a StoryDoves Romantics production. 2 minutes to midnight, and I love her, he says. On his birthday, he places the warmth of his hand on her as she sleeps on the creative side of her mind. She lies like a derobed Olympia for a life drawing of the eye. The sheets skirt the clavicles of her hips, her heart beating a sunset fragrance into the whispering fabrics of the sheets. With each beat, the sheets blush from a sunset red to milk pastel blue. 1 minute to midnight, and it's time. He places 7 birthday candles along the landscape of her side, from the dumpling of her shoulder to the valley of her hip. He blows his hot breath on the base of each candle, melting their foundations along the gentle of her side. Each molten melt causes her to flinch, as though fearing in her dreams. The desire of his eyes lights each candle to flame, the shape and picture of each fire a portrait of his pupils. He plays with the cluster of moles on the shoulder blade of her back. Now focused and loving her, she receives his palm on her spine. Midnight, and he makes a wish over her body. The words of his wish pollinates her into galaxy. Her body is now made of outer space, held together by the 7 gravities of his desire. Its dark gases filling her anatomy with plumes of intergalactic dust. The wishes of lonely hearts around the world filling her as stars. Her spine is now the Milky Way. He whispers into the navel of her ear, "You wow me." His words turn the pattern of moles on her shoulder blade into stars. And with his finger, he rearranges the constellation of stars on her back to spell her a new destiny, eternally bearing her heart. End of Part 1 by Sonala Pritasso and Galilea S. Starlove. In the Womb of the Night, Part 2 by Sonala Pritasso and Galilea S. Starlove. She rolls onto my breathing chest. My knuckle beneath her chin, I raise her waking face to mine. And I see the dew of surrender on her eyes, the evening moon of her eyes setting on me. She was in love. His wife lies slumbering on her favourite right ear that he loved whispering, "I love you," into whenever he held her from behind. At the blush of his hand, she was now made of the solar systems of night. The dark dyes of space filling up the vase of her body into an overflow of exploding supernovas within her transparent figure. She lies on her back. The flame nebula of her arteries are exposed within, launching the curiosity of his astronomical stare to explore their pathways. Her heart is Jupiter, large, dark, and heavy. Like peering into a snow globe, he views the troubles of loving him, shielding the children from the terminal truth of his illness, the fear of the empty years without him. "No more," he says, "I will bear this weight." He reaches into her and grasps Jupiter, soft, beating Jupiter. It is a great weight. The furniture of the room shifts towards its gravity, its size enlarging from cricket ball to volleyball, then a beach ball, the floor cracking under the strain of the weight. Kneeling in proposal to her, her strong man heaves this great atlas stone of her heart upon his back, its weight causing him to shrink all the time to the size of a toddler, then a doll, and finally a toy soldier. I'll bear this heavy heart forever, but remain alive in you. With tearful eyes, he leaps in power, as if over a world of troubles, into the galaxy of her body, landing right where her heart should be. And in her he kneels forever, eternally bearing her heart. End of part 2 by Sonala Pretesso and Galilea S. Starlove. In the Womb of the Night, part 3 by Sonala Pretesso and Galilea S. Starlove. Angelique is coming. For just a day she passes, like some Angelique they call her. She comes like a large cloud, as if she were some floating deity to replace Saint Valentine. The scenery around flushes into the paintwork of Van Gogh. Hopeful couples freckle along the banks and shores. The galactic gases of her mosaic body react with her husband's sacrifice to bear her heart. And the best parts of their love begin to fall as weather. Compassionate teardrops, shaped as roses, fall from Angelique's slumbering eyes. Each drop settles on the fourth fingers of engaged couples, wishing to know whether they have found the one. The answers flower into montages of their future within the iris of their hearts. Loving snowflakes of individually patterned chromosomes snow from her bosom. They nestle on the stomachs of women hoping for children. The milk of each snowflake's wisdom melts into their navels and commences the 9-month sculpt of life. Angelique exhales, releasing the resplendent northern lights. They fan through the hearts of fighting couples. The color of each light dissolves away the red of hurts, the greens of jealousy, and the blues of infidelity. These hurts all replaced by joyful zests and faithful aloe vera mists. And all these healing balms moisturizing through us in a humidity of peace. After this healing wonder, Angelique passes on, leaving a waterfall of Monet-painted lilies behind her. End of part 3 by Sonala Pretesso and Galilea S. Starlove. In the Womb of the Night, part 4 by Sonala Pretesso and Galilea S. Starlove. In the midst of the night floats a woman, sculpted from the galaxy, Angelique. She is beautiful, with gravitationally taut celestial skin, and cheeks the complexion of Saturn. Her husband kneels within the continuum of her Jupiter heart. He carries its full weight on his shoulders. Let us destine our children's marriages, he says. Their boy and girl, Nebuto and Astra, 5 and 6, play together in Angelique's womb. They have dark, nebulous ringlets for hair and supernova-colored pupils. Angelique and her husband close their eyes and desire together as they create their children's future spouses. Mercury and Neptune now each orbit their children, Nebuto and Astra, inside Angelique's womb. For me, say the children. They jump excitedly as they see the 2 planets coming towards them. The asteroid of each of the children's words hits the 2 planets, cracking them open. For Nebuto, A little girl steps out with mercury pupils set to the iris white backdrop of pure wishes. For Astra, a boy stands with solar eclipse hair and Neptune eyes. Angelique and her husband desire and create their children's futures again. The two cracked planets become balloons. Bang! A hopscotch diagram appears. The children and their future spouses each stand either side of the hopscotch pattern and begin to hop on it. Whichever box they meet on in the middle determines the age and the place they will meet after they are born. Nabuto will meet his partner at 21. Astra will meet her partner at 29. Pop! A sandpit of stardust manifests around. The future couples sit and build their future homes. Snap! Space itself appears in the form of modeling clay. The pairs mold 3 children of light for Astra, 4 kids of passion for Nabuto. They use crayons of sunlight to draw the qualities they desire in their spouse. They write in purple the word thoughtful on the heads of their space-shaped spouses. They scribble the word kind on the hearts of their space sculptures in yellow. They wrote the word protective on their spouse's arms in brown. And finally, their 2 children curl into celestial embryos. And as the scene became a whirlpool of space-time, Angelique's 2 children, Nabuto and Astra, flush from Angelique's womb, through her navel, to Earth, to be born into our world and live. Fini. End of The Womb of the Night by Sonala Pritesso and Galilea S. Starlove. A StoryDoves Romantics production.